Marooned on Triton.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to more Marooned on Triton. So, we have a drill rig started. We need to finish it and get it actually drilling. To do that, we're going to need a lot of material. So let's dive on in. Okay. This is expensive. This is expensive. Don't even get me started on all this stuff. Whew, boy. I think a lot of it's iron-based, at the very least, so we should be good. Queued it all up to produce, so let's see. It's doing something. So we need 8K iron, 151 nickel, 43 cobalt, and 1.87 silicon. Those two are good already. How much? We should have plenty of iron because we just made that trip. Yeah, we've got 8K in there and it's still refining it. Got some there. Nickel is not looking good, though. Crud. Do I have a spot with some nickel? That right there is cobalt and silver. But there was a bunch of stuff there. Let's use our booster jets. Try not to splatter ourselves across the ice. What is over here? Silver. Cobalt. Yes, those were expected. I thought there was more stuff down here. Nickel. Okay. Well, I could go down there. It's gonna make this whole cave system convoluted, but if I dig deep down, get a load of nickel, one load will probably do it, especially considering you get it from stone. So once I get the stone drill working, I should be set. Oh, I've struck more cobalt. Well, we can kind of skirt around this. Just expose some on the surface. Again, that's a deep nickel. I guess that's just how it is on this planet. Some of the more common things are deeper than you'd expect. Oh, there's some silicon down here too. Oh, in fact, it looks like the nickel vein is pretty broad. So I should hit it just digging straight down this way. Hopefully I can get out afterwards. That may be the thing to do. If I can get a, oh. We'll ignore this. If I can get enough thrusters, I may try and jury-rig myself up some sort of flying miner. Because those tend to be the best at actually gathering material. When I have something like that, I should be relatively set for most of the material gathering I'll need to do. The issue is I'll need a lot of thrust to make that happen. I wonder, because some of those robots do fly. Ooh, that's going to be a tricky spot. Some of the robots up there, the buddy bot fellas, if I could take one of them out and keep it... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's very dark. I don't know where the tunnel is. I might be going up. It's hard to know. Oh, this is the end. Good thing I have the survival kit. Oh no. No, please not. This is hopeless. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. I don't even get to... Oh, nope. There's some parts of body. Oh boy. Huh. Well, that was the first death. Thank goodness for cloning technology. Let's see... Ow. Ooh, that one hurt a lot. My ankles are not happy. Let's see how close I was or if I'd moved at all. Yeah, because I would have had to navigate this turn as well. I made it a little bit up the tunnel. Or at least my corpse did. It's not like I had much on me. And not a whole lot of a way up the tunnel. Okay. Nickel's dangerous to go getting. Speaking of, I need to orient myself so I don't cut myself off from my own tunnel. Yeah, some sort of large vehicle I could use to do this would really make life easier. Maybe some sort of drilling, like deep drill boring machine, sort of like how I'm gonna be drilling out the side of the mountain. That could work, and I already will have the drills, so I don't think I'll need that once I make the hole. I can just get rid of it. Oh. Is this nickel? I hope so. Well, that's stone. Yep, nickel ore. Perfect. Okay, and I have an idea for how to deal with the stone. So, that's silicon. A little vein there. So if I drill this way, this will make navigating down here a tad bit more awkward. But this can be a stone dumping pit. That way, if I ever need it, some of it might still be there. Okay. Now that's a load. That should be all I need. I can also get the silicon down here, which is good. Unfortunately, it's going to be a whole mess of tunnels until I can figure out a better solution. But I'm sure I'll remember them. As long as I don't do too many branching paths, I shouldn't get horribly lost. Okay. Yes, it is refining the nickel, which is going immediately straight into other stuff. So that's good. Let's do some grouping. Seems to have knocked out a little bit of the work at least. I may be able to do something. I'll have to get all the pipes and stuff working, but that shouldn't be too bad. Whew. A lot of steel goes into that. And as is often the case, I spent all day underground. Now, some of this might be a little overkill just for processing a bunch of stone, but I do think there's some method in my madness. So the big cargo can hold a lot of stone. I'll have to figure out something to do with the snow. I may keep it, I may just chuck it because I can get more. But I should be able to hold a bunch of it, and this should process the stone really quickly. So, even without any sort of upgrade modules stuck to it, I should be able to chew through the stone and then not have to worry too much about it. That's the hope, anyway. I'm also gonna need to rig up power for this system. Probably with several wind turbines. I guess what I could do... I mean, this is lovely. This floating derelict sled. If I can move... Oh, hold on. Because I have my little crane arm, I can move this battery. I could put the battery on that base, move the rest of this. I could get rid of these things after I'm done with them. And just have the one sort of processing facility. And then once it is drilled a sufficient enough hole that I can live in, I can just kind of move it all in there. So we'll just get rid of that, because there's no need to have it as a separate thing if I can just have everything on this. That's intelligence right there. The biggest thing's going to be pipes. So I've got to get the whole drill network built. And the piston. Hopefully I can get into stone with just the one piston's length. The snow wasn't too thick, at least over there where I crashed. So maybe at least some of these will get in. Because if I can start getting stone, it'll make the rest of the building here much easier. I do wish there were an option to do this. I guess it doesn't really matter, because in theory I could let it process through and have one part ready to build. And then while I build it, it processes the other stuff. Oh no, there's just something nice about having it all neat and organized. You get to see exactly how much stuff you're producing. Which, speaking of, how much iron do I have left? Still 2K. I might make it through with just that. I may need a bit more, though. If I don't hit stone in this first plunge, I'm definitely going to have to get more iron from the iron mine. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. I guess I could, if I get enough to get this thing running, I could always break down the base and use what components are in it to help me limp along. Because there should be enough here that I can get to stone. Hopefully. Ooh. That cargo bot may come close. I wonder. Let's see if I can angle myself here to take a peek at it. It may be too high up. Oh no. Jeez, it books fast. It's like a UFO looking thing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I may be able to catch one, but I'm gonna have to have some stuff really set up before I can try and do that, I think. I definitely am gonna need to be able to fly. I don't know, it makes me wonder what they carry. Because if they have stuff that's, you know, useful equipment or components, it would probably be worth rigging up a flying thing that could go and get them. I don't know how I'd go about hacking their brains, I guess, to bring them down or take control of them, but I don't know, that feels like a good thing to do if I can get some useful equipment out of it. And heck, maybe they lift cargo, so they probably have a lot of thrusters I could then make use of. Okay. That was a lot of welding, but everything should be ready to operate now, except for power. Which is going to be a challenge in and of itself. I think step one... Let's start taking down the wind tower. Because if we can take down this, we should be able to transfer it, stick it over there, and start making use of it there.
Low.
Which means I need more scaffolding, which means I need more steel. Oh. Okay, I've got a little more steel. We are now out of iron. Good to know. Well, we'll have to make do with what we have. Try and do this on the cheap and hope that we can actually get through to stone with the drills. Can I? Nope. Let's get a little... Oh, dang it. This is a pain. If I'm right, if I rock myself back, I can just use the jetpack. It's a little unwieldy, but it does operate. Okay. Come here, sweet power generator. It would be lovely if I could just knock this whole thing down and stick it on top of there as one finished piece, but unfortunately I don't think my little crane has enough grunt to make that happen. So now, can I... No, no way I can get up there. As yet. Now I can. And if I just kinda... Maybe I stick them here. There's already a round bit. Should give enough room. My plan is to go pretty high with this, higher than I've done elsewhere. Just so that I can be sure to get as much wind power as I can. Because if I'm right, this high capacity equipment is probably going to be a lot more power hungry than what I have going currently. That also means there's a much higher risk that I plummet to my death. But I guess I've already dealt with the darkness of doom once, so getting recloned again probably isn't the worst thing to ever happen. How many? So I've got... It looks like 7 tubes over there in total. I have 3 up and then 4 across. So, if I do that one there, and then make the branch there, that should be good. Get rid of that and... Oh, I'd say replace it with more, but I don't have more. Well, that'll be a start. I can go take down the rest of that tower. In fact, might as well weld a few of these up while we're here. But with the rest of the stuff over there, I should be able to finish this, and I'll have room to stick maybe a few more wind turbines up there. Because with this design, I should be able to get a total of 5. It's just a matter of actually having the parts. So I should have enough steel now to lay out what I need to lay out. Because if I have a whole platform here, I should be able to reach all the sides I need to reach. I may... Whoop. Ooh, thank goodness for the jetpack. It may not have enough power to lift me, but it can at least slow down my falls. Ooh, like now. If I intended this to stay at any point, I'd probably build it a little bit more, safety-minded. But I don't really have time for safety anyway. Should have the parts to build these, and this will give power to the whole system. It probably won't be enough to actually run any processing, but what I may do is start drilling, see how far I get, because most of what we're going to get on this first pass is ice, even if we do scrape a little stone in the end. Not much power, but we've got something. So wind is poor, but I think that's because of the fog that's set in. That seems to come with low wind times. I think height-wise they should be perfectly fine. How much juice do these things draw? Yeah, this requires 560. I think the small one required 300. And it required... just two things weren't enough to run it and the assembler over there. That's something. I could start the drilling process. Maybe I should. Let's get it going.
Energy low.
Maybe we'll turn this off for now. Just to make sure. We'll get the drills going and pushing in. We'll see how far they get. And hopefully not overfill this container. While we do that, I may start moving stuff from there over to this. Okay. We have drills. Drills on. They don't take a ton of power, so we should have enough for them, even with the wind turbines barely moving. Okay. Hopefully I've spaced these out reasonably. We'll see on this first plunge. I may have to... oh, that'll suck if I have to rebuild this all and make it smaller. Well, let's see. So I think we want it to move nice and slowly. Hopefully it will actually drill and won't leave weird ridges in between. Though it might be leaving ridges. Oh no. Should have probably determined the radius of a drilling and used that to measure this. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Dang it. Okay. Bring him back. Drills off. Well, it's working at least. Got a lot of ice in the system. But yeah, these ridges aren't going to cut it. I can only gap them one block apart, I think. Okay.
Energy.
Well, that shouldn't be the end of the world. It's close. I do have the cargo container there, so it'll be much quicker to just grind stuff and dump it, at the very least. Let's start from the top. The worst part is to get this, to the... oh, no. Okay, I'm here now. There's ground. The worst part is to get this to the width I want, I'm probably going to need 2 more drills. If not 4 more. I may be making my way back to the iron mine sooner than I'd hoped. Come on. There we go. Uh-oh.
Energy.
Ow. Ow. Very cold. Skin. Crusting over. There we go. Ugh, never fun when that happens. You'd think these things would be insulated to use our own body heat, but as soon as that power's out, it just freezes over. I guess it might be cold enough outside that it doesn't matter. The bright side is, at least, well, those two drills have to go. This drill and this conveyor can stay, so this whole system should remain intact. So what I can do is just stick one drill there, and then weld it up. Guess I can get rid of that too for now. I'll build a smaller one. Okay. So I think this is how I'm gonna have to do it. So, I've got 5 drills across the bottom. Oh, there's one of those pods. I have a second row. Do I need the second row? I think I'm gonna need the second row. Eventually. But I wonder... I wonder if I could get away with not having it at first and then building it later. My concern with that is I'll need enough room to build it, and as I push forward, I'll be adding more piston lengths in there, so the end location when I retract this thing will be moving further into the mountain. And if I don't have enough room, if they're underground already, and I don't have enough room to put more on top, then I'm gonna run into trouble. Maybe we just build these for now, push this first length and see if we can get any stone, because I should have enough stuff. I may have to cut that one down, but I should have enough stuff to build all of these. So, we'll see what happens. If I can scrape some stone, then I should be good to just kind of keep pushing forward. And at the very least, I will see... That's not how I do that. At the very least, I should be able to tell exactly how far I'll go and if I need to build the second row before pushing any further. Okay. Drill's built. It's time for the moment of truth. That's my lights. Drills on. Piston into the rock. Now, I probably don't want to walk in between them. But they should be... They're probably going to be these little ridges. That's just going to be the nature of it. But that shouldn't be too bad. I should be able... I'll probably be laying down plate over the ground anyway. Guess it depends. Really, I just don't have enough money. So that's Scoutbot. It isn't coming in close. At the end of the day, I just don't have enough material to make it super smooth. Those bumps are going to bother me forever. I could always do a second pass of this if I decide to. But that should be enough to get started. Are we... Yeah, it's still moving forward ever so slowly. It really does leave more ridges than I'd like. Huh. I could, theoretically... There's a method to make it drill... Make them drill more area, but you do not gather the material. And part of this is I'd like to get the material from the stone. But to make it... Because even that... So it's fully extended now. Even that's way too much bumpy. This is not as easy as I'd hoped. Right. Well, let's bring the pistons back. I suppose what I could do... I mean, the best way to solve this would be to just have drills the entire length. And that is an option, but it's going to be expensive to do. Maybe I redesign it. So I can have one row of just drills. Because that's all the drills I had originally placed back down. If I have just drills across a row with the ability to raise the whole system up and down, then I may have something. Let's turn the drills off. I think I'm gonna try. I have an idea here. I think it may work. Okay. So, here's my new design. It's similar to the first. The biggest difference is this piston that goes straight up into a wind turbine. Right. Okay, well that'll be something we change in the future. That's not a worry now. Right now, this goes up and down. It can also push forward. I discovered I can place stuff on the sides of this piston head, so this is connected to the piston, and it should, if I do that, it will move forward. I don't want to do that because there's a ground in the way. But, yeah. So it kind of works the same, except it's one block shorter, which means the extra block that creates is balanced out, so the piston heads are in the same exact spot they started before. I have a line of 9 of them that will push into the ground, and then, once they're in the ground, I can retract them, raise them up, and push them in again. I should be able to control that raising so that it's not so high that it creates a ridge. I should be able to raise it so that it's 1 block's width higher, and then go back in. Now that does mean I have to do 2 push-ins per drilling pass, so it's not going to be as quick and easy as just forward and don't worry about it. But it should let me have much finer control over the hole I'm drilling, so that it can actually be something that's, you know, drivable and useful. Now the downside is I'm going to have to go and mine more iron to get all the parts for this. I may have exhausted all my supplies, which makes sense. I've got some motors and bits. Do I need any of these? Just take it all. Yeah. Makes sense because there's, of course, a piston and extra things that were not here before. And there are more drills than I had before, so... In fact, yeah, I made it through 5 of the original 6 and almost the 6th, except for the few pieces that got used in the piston. Right. Well, need power. Maybe the next step. This should work. It's more than I wanted to have to put into it, but it should function. Maybe now we go ahead, take the other base apart, use what parts we can out of it, and then hope that this works. Maybe rearrange the wind turbines. Guess it doesn't matter if it all comes apart, because it's all coming apart anyway. Okay. Now this is yet another dramatic moment. Going to be soon without a survival kit. Also, that's unnerving that that was not fully built. One stray shot could have done us in. I didn't remember that. Yeah, we'll make sure it's more secure this time. I think we'll just kind of stick it off this side. It's a little buried, but it should still be accessible. And that buried in snow effect may make it a little bit safer. Hopefully. Probably not. But yep, still works. All is good. Just have to bend down to use the keyboard. And actually, I probably want to build this with the parts I took before too, because I'm going to need the assembler back up, or a assembler back up. I guess I can use the survival kit and its production functionality for a bit, but I might as well. I should have enough to do this, given I took apart both the other things. I just have to hope, because I don't think I can make grids. God, I hope I have enough grids. What can I produce in you? Yep, no grids. So if I don't have enough of those, I've just made a mistake. I don't have enough of those. Oh, crud. Right. Okay. This has grids in it, and I don't need them right now. This is, again, maybe a little silly. But I have enough materials. If I can get this operating, computers and displays, I think I can make those. Yes. So I need 5 of those, and we'll just say 50 computers. Right. That's not much. I need 10 iron, 12 silicon. That are in the refinery, which is off. No, they're in the... Oh my goodness. Okay.
Inventory full.
Yeah. They got sucked into this, even though it was off. Which means I have to get the parts out of this. Oh my god. This is a shuffle. Okay. I need the steel. I don't have... Oh no, I don't have enough iron. Okay. I might be able to disassemble stuff with the other thing. We're just gonna... I know I don't need you. I'm just gonna get the rest. Okay. I'm pretty sure... How many steel plates do I have? I have a bunch of these I don't need. Okay. So, they shouldn't pass through because that's not built. In you, I will put that. There it goes, it's doing some production. Now. Ah, crud, I can't disassemble with this. Okay, can I get enough computers out of other stuff? How many computers do you have? 20. This is a puzzle I didn't want to have to try and solve. Okay. Computers. How can I get this operating? Okay. If I break you apart now, I have 124 computers. Do drills have computers in them? They do. Okay. So I need 40 computers. There are 8 per drill. Or 5 per drill. So that's 25 there. It's 29 with those. 31. 33. I don't have enough. What is in this that has computers? Okay, there's one in the antenna. I don't really need the antenna, so that's fine. There's 3 in the camera. How many are in the seat? 15. Okay. We are going to be ripping apart literally everything we own to make this work. Away with whatever you are. Yeah, I don't need it. Okay. Need all of your computers. We'll just dump everything in there for now. Once I get the assembler up and running, I can build more computers. I'll still have to go get iron. Okay, this may be still a mistake.
Inventory full.
But that's a mistake I'm willing to make several times over. I should have enough. Worst comes to it, I can fly. I can skate along the ground to the ice mine. Okay. So. 8 computers left. Actually, if I take the computers out of this whole system, I should have enough. And it should all stay together because it's connected with the pipe. Okay. Yes! There we go. So we now have a proper assembler up. Why exactly did I want that? Right, so now I can assemble... That railing is an annoying spot. Now I can assemble stuff. Except what do I need to assemble? Let's get the refinery up and running again, because that's the next step. Okay. Metal grid, so I need cobalt. Which I may have already... No, it's still in that. Right. Well, this can produce computers, so we don't need that. Let's produce 20 computers in here. And then... Actually, so 15 in the seat.
Energy low.
18... 19... Can't see the gyro back there, does it? 22. Okay, I can avoid having to go get iron if I scrap the car. I'm an idiot. Nope, I'm not an idiot, because I cannot. I am an idiot. I can, now that I have the main assembler working, I can cut apart this stuff and convert it back to raw iron, which I can do already with these that are already in there. Okay. We have a path. So I should be able to, yep, drag those in there. And if I go here, the industrial assembler. If I disassemble tin, oh, no. Disassemble tin. This is now producing computers. And it may have enough. Okay. This was a long, convoluted way to get here, but here we are. Yes. Okay. So now, don't pester me, Scoutbot. Okay, now I just need the grids. Oh, right, and the grids are what I can't get to. Okay. Well, because this can't make grids. So, if we briefly take them out of that, into that to get the cobalt that is in there.
Energy critical.
There we go. Okay. Then we take the grids back out of there, put them back in here, put everything else back in. And I should be able to order up 10 grids to not disassemble, assemble. It needs iron. Okay. We'll disassemble all of that. That'll give me a lot of iron. That's good. Okay. Now assemble those. Nickel. Where's the nickel? In there. Okay. This is the kind of exciting space engineering that anyone who could be watching this is, I'm sure, here to see. Okay.
No
And I'm
energy.
dying. Good thing I didn't grind down the seat. Sweet, relaxing power. That is, we've got 1 day of power on this thing. I can turn off the wheels and that'll help a bit. Moment of truth. Take our 6 grids. That's exactly what we need. Ha-ha! Okay, we've depowered the base a bit because this draws too much power. Is there a convenient access? There is. Off with you. Okay. Well, that was chaotic. We've kind of done it, kind of not. Why are you not? Oh, it's because of the fog. Okay. You off as well. What do you need? Required max. Wait, what? Is it still? It's not still trying to produce anything. What are my wind turbines? 6 watts each. Oh, that's not good. Right. Really? Huh. Well, at least things are built, except for the parts that aren't. Yeah. That's something, at least. I guess on that note, we'll zoom out and end it. Whew. chaotic at the end, but I don't know. We're making progress. I think once I have enough to get all this working, it should work. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I've done. More of this coming next week, so until then, bye-bye.